Hey, welcome in New World News. Thanks for joining me on this Monday, May 9th, 2022. Yeah, May 9th. And breaking news just happened within the last hour or two. Vicky and Casey White have been captured after a manhunt and a pursuit in Indiana, Evansville, Indiana. If you don't know who they are not related, even though having the same last name. Vicky White is the Alabama Department of Corrections officer and jail worker. Casey White is the prisoner who's in jail and facing murder charges, and she apparently helped him escape about 2 weeks ago from the prison. She faked having to take him to the hospital for a mental evaluation or some kind of evaluation, and instead they got in her patrol car. They drove to a parking lot where they had another vehicle parked. They ditched her patrol car and her handcuffs, and they got in that car and they went on the run. Their car was found a little while later, a few days or a week later, in Tennessee. And then now today they were discovered in Evansville, Indiana by law enforcement. Somebody tipped them off. They proceeded to try to pull them over. They got in a car wreck, a car chase, and then a car wreck. I believe it read that the officers boxed him in and ran him off the road. And then they were able to apprehend Casey White, who is the inmate, without incident. Vicky White, however, did shoot herself with a gun. She is still alive. They took her to the hospital in serious, critical, serious condition. I'm not sure which it was, but it seems pretty serious. And we're waiting on updates from that. So the Alabama prison guard and her inmate, who escaped custody about 2 weeks ago in Alabama, discovered in Evansville, Indiana, and the car wreck and ensuing chase and ensuing car wreck led to their capture and her being in the hospital with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Let's go over and check out the news story. Okay, Michael Ruiz and Stephanie Pagonis from Fox News just picked a random story updated at 7:20 p.m. Eastern, which was just about 20 minutes ago. Casey White prison escape, Alabama fugitives in custody. Vicky White suffers a self-inflicted bullet wound. They disappeared from the Lauderdale County Detention Center in Florence, Alabama on April the 29th. So about 11, little less than 2 weeks ago. The multi-state manhunt for an escaped Alabama murder suspect, Casey Cole White, and the high-ranking jail guard Vicky White came to a close on Monday, more than 10 days after the pair fled from the county jail where the man had been awaiting trial. Law enforcement officers from the federal and local levels descended upon Casey White and Vicky White in Evansville, Indiana on Monday afternoon, prompting a short-lived police chase that resulted in a car crash. Injuries to both of the fugitives. Both suspects were in custody and being treated for their injuries. Vicky hospitalized with a very serious injuries from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, the local law enforcement confirmed. So they have a couple pictures here showing what appears to be a wreck. They're in custody, they said during the press conference. There's a picture of both of them. No citizens were hurt. No one else was hurt. No law enforcement. And they got a dangerous man off the street. He's never going to see the light of day again. Vandenberg County, Indiana Sheriff Dave Wedding told reporters law enforcement became aware of a vehicle matching the description of a possible suspect vehicle, which had been spotted near the sheriff's department office on Monday. Officers and federal agents went to investigate, and soon thereafter, the male and female fled in the vehicle, describing it as a Cadillac. So, Wedding does not know the true extent of her injuries or where on the body she was wounded. Asked how long the pair had been in Evansville, Wedding said investigators knew so far the vehicle that was recovered had a date of May the 3rd. It's hard to believe that they've been there that many days, but we were lucky that we stumbled upon them today. He is 38. She is 56. And apparently they had some sort of jailhouse romance. If we go over to CNN at this time, they actually have a picture of the car from 32 minutes ago that witnesses described the police chase of Casey White and Vicky White. Corey Bradley tells CNN he was driving on Highway 41 in Evansville when about 15 police cars went flying by him, scared the life out of me. A little bit up the road, we were in standstill traffic, and that's when I heard what was going on and took video as I went by. I kept moving. I thought about pulling over since it's a national story. We don't get a lot of action like that around here. Bradley says he sat in traffic for about 10 minutes as police secured the area. So there's the car. U.S. Marshals collided with Vicky White and Casey White's vehicle to end the pursuit, which is what you see right there. They were matching the description. The male and female fled on Highway 41 northbound, went past Highway 57. As you can see, they turned here on Birch Park Drive. They came into the grassy area, and the Marshals Task Force intercepted them, collided with them, and ended the pursuit. And he explains why they were so hard to catch, and it's because she had working knowledge of how the police obviously operate. And you can see from Corey Bradley's perspective. This was the guy that was driving.
Verizon Business Unlimited is going ultra. So
watch the ads, but that you can go check out on your own on CNN. I just showed you the story from Fox News, but there they are. They are both in jail. She's in the hospital from a gunshot wound, and if she survives, I would imagine she would be headed off to jail as well. So there you go. Felony charges and a murder off the streets. Casey and Vicky White both captured today in Evansville, Indiana. Make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you share this and subscribe to the channel if you like the videos, if you like the channel, and if you want to see more. In the meantime, I'll love to read your comments down below. Hopefully I see a few of them. And please, please, please hit that like button. It helps the algorithm, and I appreciate it. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'll see you next time.